All right. This is the Sunday we all been waiting for, baby. 5 big games, all with things at stake. Beginning with this showdown today up in Foxborough. The weather is very cold in New England, not as cold as it is, for example, in Chicago, Cincinnati. So, a lot of the country is cold. Here it's snowing. And in the main game, they were on at 425. You got Green Bay and Denver. It's going to be 63 degrees in Mile High at kickoff. And in LA, they're playing in the Dome. Seattle, 55 degrees, but it's going to be raining for the re-debut of Philip Rivers. We will talk about each one of these games beginning today, and freezing in Kansas City, by the way, for the Chargers and the Chiefs. It's amazing that the Chiefs and Charger game is not even talked about today. Not even talked about. What did that tell you? That game is a blip on the radar screen. I mean, shocking. What's going on, Dad Boy? Good morning, buddy. Pregame show today. And let me give you some updates on television. Beginning this Saturday coming up, Green Bay will be on every Saturday for the rest of the season, of the regular season. You're going to get them next Saturday, rematch with the Bears. You're going to get them the week after that, or the week of Christmas, when they play the Ravens after Christmas. So that should be December 27th. They're going to be the only game that Saturday. Ravens, Packers. Then you're going to get them on a Saturday, the last weekend of the year. So you're going to see the Packers beginning Thanksgiving. You're going to see them every week until the season's over. And I got to see Green Bay against the Eagles. Who they play after that? They lost to the Browns. They lost to Carolina. Okay. So I saw Green Bay since right before Thanksgiving, because I live here in New York. So I saw them against the Giants. I saw them against the Lions on Thanksgiving, the Bears last week. They will be there today for the Bronco game. Now, let me highlight this game first, because in Denver, they are treating this like the Super Bowl. There have been rap songs hating on Jordan Love, how much Bronco Mania is back, and they expect to be in the Super Bowl come, I guess it's February the 5th. I don't know when the Super Bowl is. I really don't care about the Super Bowl unless I like the matchups. You know, and again, I was talking about this yesterday. James Brown was whining a couple of weeks ago because CBS, and I don't see Buffalo getting past the wild card game. I don't. They're not going to win the division. New England, their game next Sunday against the Ravens have been moved to Sunday night. Miami and the Bengals taking off Sunday night football next week. They'll be playing on next Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock in Miami. And they put the Patriots and Ravens there. I believe next week CBS has the doubleheader next week. Yeah, they do. Pittsburgh at Detroit. That's the doubleheader game. Fox is regional. Will be next Sunday. Will be, believe it or not. I know this is going to shock a lot of you. But I haven't decided where we'll be at yet. I haven't decided yet. In 2 weeks, I can tell you this right now. We'll have a triple header. That's right. Seattle at Carolina. Philly at Buffalo. That's your 425. And then I think one of the most fascinating games of the year, Chicago at San Francisco. And that's going to mean everything for both of those teams in 2 weeks from tonight. So we're going to have the games up here, the best games. Games that you don't even see. Like here in New York, you're not seeing Patriots and Bills today. You got the Jets and the Jaguars today. A game that we will not talk about. I did the Jaguars yesterday. There was the focus on straight football, and they deserve all the love I gave them yesterday. They deserve it. So let's get back to this game. Our first showdown today, which will be the late game. Denver's treating this like the Super Bowl. And like I said on Instagram, nothing but rap songs about killing Jordan Love. He's overrated. And Denver is so into this. They did a video. I swear to God, you got to look it up. They did a video comparing the two punters. I am not lying, fellas. I am not bullshitting. They did a comparison of the two punters. Now, I'm going to tell you what this game is going to come down to. If it's the Packer defense where I don't say anything, Green Bay should win this game. But if it's the Packer defense, which I roll my eyes at just about every week, and Bo Nix is running around, hitting Sutton, hitting Harvey out of the backfield, and you see 80,000 pom-poms today, orange pom-poms. This is a place, folks, because the Broncos got the best record in football. This is a place today where you're not going to see too many Green Bay fans. Believe it or not. This is going to be pure Bronco mania in Denver today. And it's going to be a beautiful day, 63 degrees at kickoff in Denver. Beautiful blue skies, Rocky Mountain High. And like I said, if the Green Bay defense shows up, Green Bay wins the game. If I'm rolling my eyes while doing the game for you, and I see the same old Packer bullshit on defense, Green Bay will beat. So that's the late game. Back to the early games. This game here, I think Buffalo is going to win the game. Remember Chris Berman back in the 90s? Nobody circles the wagons better than the Buffalo Bills. Well, I think they circled the wagons today. But if they don't, I promise you, there'll be a first round exodus. They will not make the Super Bowl. Kay Adams, I saw her video earlier this morning, and she talked about how the Bills, if they don't make the Super Bowl this year, the A.F.C, it's time to look at Josh Allen very critically. I totally agree with the beautiful Kay Adams. She is absolutely on point with that. And I've been saying it all along. I mean, Brady, Belichick have left New England. Okay? And already they give Vrabel, they draft well. They got one of the best young secondaries in the league. Their running game is up to point. And Drake Maye is magnificent. You let the Patriots bypass you, and I look at the Dolphins right now, at least, and we'll do the Dolphins tomorrow, at least the Dolphins finally got it. And they've been rolling lately. And I will do that breakdown tomorrow with the Steelers. And I am licking my chops at a Dolphin victory tomorrow night. Okay? If the Dolphins was playing, let's say, Jaguars, I wouldn't be pumped up for this. But they're playing one of my hated rivals in the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Miami has found themselves. Offensive line is just bullying people now. Where the hell did that come from? All of a sudden, the defense is becoming the glue together. Where did that come from? I'm going to tell you where it came from. That head coach knew he was going to lose his job. But the owner likes him. So what did he do? He did something you're supposed to do as a head coach, Mike McDaniel, and give him a hell of a lot of credit. He coached him and his assistant coaches have coached these guys up, a bunch of unknown guys. And led by Devon Achan, they're going to turn it around. And it's nice to see in Miami finally. Finally, they listen to their Uncle Mace, not that dumbass Dolphin community who know a goddamn thing. Don't listen to those fools. Those are assholes, okay? Dolphin community, right? You don't listen to them. You listen to me. What's up, Iman? Bills are done. They never gonna see another Super Bowl ever again. Iman's laughing about that. It's me and Iman today in our fantasy football league playoff game. Good luck, Iman. That's gonna be a good one. Me against you. If you want to come up, the link is right there in the chat. If you want to pull up for a little bit. I'm in such a good mood. You saw me yesterday go 3 hours. Talk. I even let boxing up here talk for an hour. I gave you boxing talk yesterday. That's how good of a mood I was. I'm still in a good mood because the game's going to be awesome today. The two games we'll focus on up here. This game here, and of course, Broncos and Packers. I was checking. Stafford has let it be known this is a vendetta game against the Lions. You can't blame Matty. They kicked his ass out of Detroit, and he got a ring. What has Jared Goff done? Okay. So, Lions and Packers bet the over. If you got Matthew Stafford, I do in my money league. If you got Jared Goff, they're going to put up big numbers today. You got Jahmyr Gibbs. You got my man, Kareem Williams. They're going to put up big numbers today. That is going to be a shootout in Inglewood. I'm going to take the Rams because Stafford wants it more. So I'm going to go LA today in that one. Okay. Iman, stand by. I'm gonna go in on the Michigan coach. This game here, I'm going to go Buffalo. I think it'll be medium scoring. I see Buffalo winning this one 27-23. And it'll quiet the fanaticals up in Foxborough that thinks they're going to win another 6 Super Bowls with Drake May. Okay. It's always good to keep the mouthy, racist Bostonians quiet. Because let me tell you, before Parcells came, nobody in Boston cared about the Patriots. Nobody. Okay? Let's be honest here, okay, Patriot fan? Let's be real here. All right? This game, folks, I know this is hard to believe, but this game is only going to be shown in parts of the Midwest and in LA. And that is the Chargers and the Chiefs. That's right. You heard me right. Chargers and Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chargers today. It's going to be, I think it's going to be 16 at kickoff in Kansas City. It's going to be bitterly cold in Kansas City. But I'm going to take the Chargers. They're on a roll now. But remember, that quarterback out there, he has a lot to prove. 1 touchdown, 8 interceptions in 2 playoff games. Okay? Let's keep it 100 here. Don't crown him yet. You see what the white media did? They crowned Josh Allen. The white and coon media, how is that working out? And you should have heard them on that stupid-ass First Take on Friday grumbling that the NFL media is making this game into a Super Bowl preview. You know, ESPN, they think they're high and mighty. They ain't shit, let me tell you. They ain't shit. Do I think this could be a Super Bowl preview? Yeah. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. Nobody knows. I know this. Denver's for real. I don't know about Green Bay. Denver's for real. I said they were my sleeper in the A.F.C. They're looking like it. They're making me look like a genius. What did I tell you guys? New England be the most improved team. They're 12 and 2. They're 11 and 2. I told you Chicago and Carolina would be the most improved teams. Caleb and the little baby Bryce Young, and I mean that in a loving way because he looks like a 12-year-old with the backpack. Well, I'll probably be. Let me take a look. No, I'll wait a little bit. Take a look at the schedule for next week. I know everybody wants me to do the Cowboys. I'll tell you one game we're doing next week. We are doing the Jaguars and the Broncos next week. That will be your 4. That game starts right after whatever 1 o'clock game I do. Todd Bowles using the F word every 3 words as his Buccaneers have faded. I don't know what the hell has happened to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I cannot explain it. I did not see the game the other night. Cowboys on life support. They should beat up on the Vikings tomorrow. The question with Dallas is going to be, are they going to beat the Chargers next week, a team that needs the game as much as they do? We're going to find that out next Sunday. That's a biggie. Out and down in Arlington, Texas. So I'm glad you guys are here with me today. I'm going to give you the pregame. I'm saving the big story of the day after I give you the weather and the announcing teams today. First, let's do the weather around the league. Kickoff today in Chicago, 10 degrees, feels like minus 12. Browns in Chicago. Speaking of Browns in Chicago, now everybody, and I found this out at 5 o'clock this morning and my mouth dropped. The reason why Kevin Stefanski hates Shedeur Sanders, because the late Tim McCarver is his grandfather. And remember the scene 33 years ago when Dion kept dumping ice cold water on top of Tim McCarver? Well, there was a 10-year-old little boy in that locker room who saw his grandfather get bullied. You know who that was? Dion. What did I tell you guys? A lot of people in the league cannot stand Deion Sanders. And I'm going to go race card here. Shout out to Platinum Elite, what I'm about to say. There are brothers who don't like Deion. Because Deion is about Deion. He's a great father, don't get me wrong, but Deion is still at his age, and he's my age. Still rocking the jewelry, still talking in third person. He's passed that down to Shedeur. And when you heard Shedeur win his first game against the Raiders, he didn't sound right. He didn't sound right. He sounded like a kid hanging out on 149th Street and 3rd Avenue with the bling on, trying to pick up young women. Stefanski, maybe, you know what? I think they drafted him on purpose so Stefanski could get back at Shedeur for what he did to his grandfather. And I wonder, I know Shedeur doesn't care, but who the hell knew? What a small world. But Tim McCarver is Kevin Stefanski's grandfather. Wow. Didn't know that. Wow. So that is the biggest dilemma. Shout out to the brother on Instagram who broke that. And it's true. A lot of, you know how guys on the chat room, they looked. I wonder if that woman that loves Shedeur, I forgot what that woman's name is. I wonder if she reported on that yet. I'm telling you, these women who do sports, man, I just roll my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be 10 degrees, minus 12 wind chill in Chicago. In Cincinnati, it's going to be 12 degrees. Sunny, minus 16. It feels like minus 16 in Cincinnati today. In Kansas City, like I told you, it's going to be 16 degrees at kickoff in Arrowhead, minus 5 wind chill. In Foxborough, they expect snow because we're getting snow here now, and that goes up north. So they're going to get snow by probably midway through the second quarter. Between the Bills and the Patriots, the Bills be playing in snow 2 weeks in a row. 65,000 in Foxborough. They're bringing back the pom-poms today in New England. How badly New England wins today. They win the division, and then them and the Broncos can battle for the number 1 seed. Remember, week 17 and 18, Jets, Dolphins for the Pats. And if the Pats are playing for home field, trust me, they'll win both of those games. They'll probably win in Baltimore next week too. If they don't lose here, they will finish 15 and 2. Who the hell would have thunk that? I knew they would be good, but not this good. Give Vrabel a lot of credit. All right, this is for Iman because he loves this team to death. 27 degrees, and it's going to snow in here. It's snowing right now, so they're going to be playing the snow here. A game that doesn't matter. Redskins and Giants. Philly is going to be a little snow dust today. 28 at kickoff. 13 miles per hour wind to the northwest in Philly. Jacksonville and the Jets, as always, 69 degrees and sunny. Down in Duval, as the Jaguars, because they don't play the Texans anymore, they win today. The Texans lose, which they're not going to lose to Arizona. I think both teams will win, will clinch a playoff spot. Chiefs not catching them. Sorry to break people's hearts. Chiefs will be home for New Year's. Okay? Cardinals and Texans indoors. 63 degrees, like I told you, kickoff in Denver. Bright and sunny. That's the game we'll be doing today. Packers and Broncos. Rams indoors, the big one against Detroit. Stafford said it's a vendetta, and he's going to try and knock the Lions out of the playoffs today. Detroit, of course, staying quiet. You don't hear Dan Campbell huffing and puffing this week at his press conference, do you? Because he knows Matty got the loaded gun, and Matty is going to try and put 60 on the Lions today. Okay. New Orleans, Carolina. This is a big game for Carolina. Carolina lost at home to New Orleans. New Orleans has been playing better lately. Okay? Like I said, that team is missing a quarterback. If a guy like Tua went there, they win 11 games next year. Everything else in New Orleans is complete. Offensive line, running game, they got some nice receivers, a very good tight end, a very good defense, but it's beginning to age a little bit. Down in the Bayou. Frisco, 55 degrees, beautiful, fog, sunny in San Francisco for the massacre. McCaffrey may not play. Game time decision. Threw out his back yesterday. So we will go right into this game in a second. Dallas is going to be 37, but they got the Dome. That's your night game tonight. Miami and Pittsburgh, beautiful night in Pittsburgh tomorrow. Kickoff, it will be 19 degrees with a -8 wind chill. It's going to be freezing. We're going to see can that statue of a quarterback can win in the cold tomorrow night. Which leads me to what we're going to talk about in a second. In Seattle, 54 degrees. December in Seattle, 54. Here's the problem. It's going to rain. Which leads me to this game, and I saved this game for last. And that is the Colts and the Seahawks. Now, the most fascinating thing is 44-year-old Phillip Rivers is getting off the couch. And rumors says he may get into the Hall of Fame this year. He's going to have to push that back now and try and save the Colts season. It tells you how desperate the Colts are. That they brought a 44-year-old quarterback out there. Seattle, like Denver today, want to lower the boom on the Colts. It's like Denver wants to lower the boom on the Packers. I never thought I would say this, but not so fast, Seattle. That's right, you heard me. Not so fast. Rivers knows these guys. He knows the system. Don't be shocked if this game is close going in the fourth quarter, and I'm doing a lot of this game after the Packer game. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Okay. Iman agrees with me. Dat boy is with us now. Sorry about that, Dad. How you doing, man? Wait till that boy.
Oh, what's going on, man? I'm good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, we were all waiting for you to pull up. And I gave these guys an hour boxing talk yesterday, Manzano and Gold Professor.
Oh, yeah. I heard a little bit of it.
Yeah, these guys were talking boxing yesterday.
Yeah.
A first for me in a long, long time. How you been, man? Did your Christmas shopping already?
A little bit of
There you go. There you go. What do you think about these big games today?
awesome,
Yeah?
awesome week of football. Just don't want to talk about last week.
I'll leave that alone. Um, are you surprised how much Denver is looking forward to this game? I mean, the Denver fans and the Bronco players are so into this game today
Mm-hmm.
that they did a comparison. I'm not joking, brother. They did a comparison of who has the better punter between the Packers punter and the Broncos punter. And I said, you know, now these people they really want to. Let me put it this way: they really want to put a hurting on Jordan Love today. And I think, like I said before, if it's the Green Bay defense where I roll my eyes at, Denver's gonna beat the hell out of them today, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this game?
I definitely got Denver to win.
There you go. I feel you.
Yeah.
Jacob's game time decision because they'd rather save him for the Bears next week. Remember what I told you at the top of the broadcast? Green
Mm-hmm.
Bay is playing every Saturday the rest of the year, beginning next week. Next Saturday night against the Bears, the following Saturday night against the Ravens, and it'll probably be an afternoon game against the Vikings in week 18.
Mm-hmm.
So, you Green Bay fans out there, beginning next Saturday, you're playing on Saturdays the last 3 weeks of the season. So you like Denver today. Okay, well, who you like between the Patriots and the Bills today?
Mm. I can't believe I'm saying this. The Patriots.
Okay, I can see that. I'm going with the Bills only because I think they're not gonna go out this bad. But they lose today, folks. New England be the first team to clinch a division title, and Vrabel wants this game badly. He wants to send Josh Allen a loud message that your days of running the A.F.C. East is over.
It's crazy. I still say the Bills got to get it done this year.
I don't think they will, and I said this yesterday because the teams they're going to be facing, the one thing they have that the Bills don't is a goddamn good defenses. Houston,
Mm-hmm.
Indy, Jacksonville. If the Steelers get their act together, of course Denver, New England, and the Chargers. And I don't see it for Buffalo. If they play Houston first round, they're done.
Wow.
They're done. They're done. I just don't see it for them, bro. I think Father Time is caught up to them. And like I said, I've been saying it up here. New England's coming. Everybody laughed at me. Everybody, Manzano was in denial. Now he knows New England's arrived. And I hope people know. I got more news for you, Patriot haters. $120 million in cap space if they want to go out and get somebody big. Okay. Buffalo, Miami, at least Miami, and I said this to begin the platform this morning. At least Miami has finally figured out that they are better going back to their roots and playing power football. And that's why tomorrow night, to a lot of us older Dolphin fans, this is the game you gotta prove yourself. It's gonna be 19 degrees at kickoff. The temperature is gonna drop during the game. You can go to Pittsburgh and beat them at their own game, which is power football.
Yeah.
A guy like me will be touting you, and I may be in Miami next week for Cincinnati, Miami, over Dallas and the Chargers. So we'll see tomorrow night. I'll be on early tomorrow. Pregame show, quick one. Steelers and Dolphins. I may do an afternoon show tomorrow, previewing this game tomorrow night. Fascinating. Who you like in that one?
In which game?
Dolphins and Steelers tomorrow night in Pittsburgh.
tomorrow night. I would like the Dolphins to win, but
No TJ Watt tomorrow also.
yeah, yeah. Steelers is still trying to prove something. I got them.
All right. Detroit and the Rams today. Who you liking that one?
Good game. It's in
Okay.
Detroit.
No, LA. Stafford said this is his Super Bowl. He wants to. He has a vendetta against the Lions, and he wants to let Detroit know that you gave up the wrong quarterback. He is very vindictive to that for this game. He wants this game badly.
Yeah,
Rams healthy, folks. I don't know for the Lions. I think this could get out of hand.
yeah. I got the Rams. Hopefully, Goff is inspired as well. Like he's the one that got did dirty and all of that. But okay.
I think he is, but I think the problem with Detroit, they had their chances, they didn't get it done. And the next game, we're gonna save the next game for last. That team is coming, okay, and they're coming quick, which leads me with you, Chiefs and Chargers. This game, and I said this a few minutes ago. Only points of local interest. That's right, folks. You heard me right. Points of local interest is seeing this game today.
Yeah,
What did that mean in English? If you live in Kansas, you live in Missouri, probably Iowa, Nebraska, you'll see this game. If you live in Southern California, you'll see this game. Everywhere else, it's going to be Patriots and Bills today. Boy, has the mightiest fallen. Good morning, Miss Molina. Love you, sweetie. Happy Sunday to you. What do you think about that? The Chiefs are not shown nationally today. Let me say hello to Miss Molina in the chat. That boy fixing his mic as we're having a good laugh. The Chiefs, that's right, folks. That game is local. That game is not seen around the world like you would think. Happy Sunday to Miss Molina. On my Instagram page, there is a beautiful young lady who is now the mouthpiece for Arsenal. Very gorgeous young British young lady. And she was pissed off that Arsenal got lucky yesterday against, I guess, the Spurs. I don't know who they played yesterday, but she was very upset about it. And I'm getting damn tired of these Arsenal feeds in my algorithms. I'd rather have the Arsenal feed than women feed. Women feed, I'm like, what the hell is this? All right, we lost that boy. Morning to Miss Melina. Let me see if that boy is still with us. No, he's on mute fixing his stuff. So there you go. My hello to Miss Melina. We'll wait for that boy to see who he likes between the Chiefs and the and the Chiefs and the Chargers. Um, I'm gonna go with the Chargers today as they get ready to go for that showdown next Sunday against Dallas. While that boy is on mute, let's do our announcers today. Okay. And Melina, I'm gonna put the picks for you today in the chat. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna do that for you. All right, Jets and Jaguars today. Let's see what the first game is. Baltimore and Cincinnati's the first game, I think. No, it's the Bears. Bears in Cleveland, 10 degrees at kickoff. Feel like minus 17 in Chicago today. Kevin Kugler, Moose Johnson, Allison Williams. Aditi Kinkibawa is in Cincinnati That boy can tell you how cold it is when he comes back up here. Spiro Adidas, Adam Archuleta, and of course the beautiful Aditi Kinkababa. In Houston today, they got Arizona, and they're going to punish Arizona. Chris Myers, Mark Sheriff, and Jennifer Hale. Jets and Jaguars, this beautiful lady right here, who I am gaga about, the beautiful Tiffany Blackman. Oh, she is gorgeous. Honey. She is the daughter of the great Patriot DB in the 70s and early 80s, Don Blackman. Tom McCaffrey, Ross Tucker, and her will be in Jacksonville today during the Jet games. I'll get to see her and blow a kiss at her. Harlan, Trent Green, the beautiful Melanie Collins, they all live in Kansas City, so they stay home today to do the Chargers and Chiefs. The game we'll be doing today up here in Foxborough is Iron Eagle, J.J. Watt, and Evan Washburn. No one cares about the Commanders and the Giants, but if you do, is Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Megan O'Leary. Eagles and Raiders, Joe Davis, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver. The game we'll be doing today at 4:30, Green Bay and Denver. That will be Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wilson. I'm sorry. Burkhardt, Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Ronaldo's in Inglewood, California today for the Lions and Matthew Stafford. Carolina, New Orleans, Jason Benetetti. If you don't know who he is, he does the Washington Capitol games, Robert Griffith III and Sarah Cusack, who is the color commentator for the Brooklyn Nets. We'll be doing this game. We'll keep an eye on it. Andrew Catalan, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and another hottie, A.J. Ross, in Seattle today. Sweetheart, bring your raincoat. And the Vikings and Cowboys, Adam Amin, Drew Brees, and Christina Pink is at the Titans and 49ers. Christina Pink is another hottie. And then later tonight, Cowboys and Vikings. Tarico Collinsworth and Melissa Stark. And then tomorrow, I'll be on the air tomorrow at 7:55 to give you a pregame in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Dolphins and Steelers, of course, Buck Aikman, Salters, who's home in Pittsburgh, and Laura Rutledge, excuse me. And those are your announcers. Let me put in the chat my picks for this week for Miss Molina to see. We'll do the injury report when I come back on to do the game today, do the doubleheader today. All right. Let's do the odds for today's games. I'll give Melina some picks. We begin with the Cardinals and Texans. Open at 2.5 Texans. It is now 10.5 across the board. Texans favored over the Cardinals. I will take that number. So Melina, your first game is Texans 10.5 over the Cardinals, depending on what sports book you play. If you play Bet365, it's 10.5. If you play FanDuel like I do, it's 10.5. There you go. Raiders and Eagles 12.5. I'll leave that alone because the Eagles are known to fall asleep. Jaguars 2-touchdown favorite over the Jets today. Opened at 4.5. I'm gonna leave that game alone. If anything, I'll take the Jets in the under. Browns and Bears are 7.5. Freezing cold in Chicago. I'll leave it alone. Bills and Patriots. I'm gonna open up at 4.5. Bills. It's down to 2.5 now. I got it at 1.5. I will take the Bills today. So Melina, that's your first two picks. Bills minus 2.5 and the Texans minus 10.5. Bengals 2.5 point underdog, a 3-point underdog to the Ravens. I leave that game alone. Chargers and Chiefs opened at 4.5. It is Chiefs by 6. And in some places, depending on your sports book, if you play Bet365, it's 6. If you play like I do, FanDuel is 5.5. I don't know. I'm being dead honest. I did take the over at 41.5. Let's see what the over is now. 41.5. So I took the 41.5. So Melina, take the Charger Chief game over 41.5. Okay, girl. That's 3 picks. Giants, I leave alone. Colts and Seahawks, I took the number. It's going to be good weather up there. It's going to rain. You can play in the rain. I took the over in that game, 41.5. I love the number, the numbers. All right. I'll see that email in a little bit. Packers and Broncos. Packers opened at 1.5. It's still 1.5. Green Bay favorite. The over under in this game is 42.5. I'll leave this game alone. Panthers and Saints, I left that one alone because the Saints can upset them again. In the Ram game, the over is 51.5. 5.5 point favorite Rams. It's now 54.5. I would take that number. I will go the over in 54.5. Definitely take the Niners with the over today. Opened at 7.5. That's where I got them at early in the week. And I'm going to take the 44.5 over for that game. So Molina 44.5, 49ers and Titans. Vikings and Cowboys opened at 1.5. Vikings. It's now Cowboys 5.5. Oh, it was 6.5 early this week. I'll leave this game alone. Don't let your blind royalty touch that game, though. Why? Because what happens if the Cowboys are the Cowboys and they keep J.J. McCarthy and that offense? And remember, we haven't seen Justin Jefferson all year. Okay? Beware of that, Cowboy fans. And of course, the Dolphins are 6-point underdog to the. Let me see. Let me get that right. Dolphins are how many underdog? Dolphins are field goal underdog against the Steelers tomorrow night. I'm gonna leave this game alone because I don't want to be blind loyalty to the Dolphins and they end up making me look stupid and costing me money. So those are your point spreads. I will do the injury report when I come back on the air. That boy's back with us. Apologize about that. Kanago Kanagawawa. I like the under 37.5 on the Eagles will get the run game going. I could see that. Buffalo money line. I'll go back and do that for you. You want the Bills money line. All right, let me give you that, brother. Give you that right now. That's back with us.
What's going on? What's going on? My bad, man. Sorry to take a call.
It's all right. I'm good, man. Oh, my brother wants to know the. Let me make sure I got it right for him. He wants to know the Buffalo money line. The money line for the Bills Patriots today is. Let me get it for you. Let you know in 2 seconds. I got it, brother. Let me get that for this brother. Dad, who you like today in the Chiefs Broncos today?
Oh yeah, Broncos.
You like the Broncos?
Who
Okay.
does Green Bay play?
They're at Denver today. That'll be our late game up here today.
Okay.
I could do it for him right here, man. I got it, bro. Let's give your boy a second. I'll give you the money line today. All right. Bills, Patriots, the money line is minus 134 for the Bills, plus 114 for the Pats. That's the money line. Minus 134 for the Bills, the money line. That's the money line. That. Yeah, who you like in that one?
Mm. You said Bills Pats.
No, no. The chart you already gave me Bills Pats. You going with the
Okay.
Pats. You talking about who you like Chargers and Chiefs today.
Oh, Chargers Chiefs. With the game they had last week, I'm going Chargers.
Okay. I am too. Yeah, I'll take the under, my friend. Good move by you. I'll take the under with the Eagles and Raiders today. I think if the Eagles get a 20-0 lead early, it's freezing in Philly today. It's snowing. The Raiders will roll down and get ready for to end the season. Try to clinch the number one draft picking draft Mendoza. So
It's freezing here.
yeah, no, minus 12. Where you at, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna place a late. I'm gonna do what game should I do today? I'm gonna do the Charger game. I mean, I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna bet on the Lions game today. So you like the Chargers? One more. Who you like between the game we're gonna talk about right now? I've been waiting to do this game, folks. Now you got it. I said this when you was having technical problems. I believe that the Colts are gonna hang in there today with Philip Rivers. Don't ask me why. I just feel that way.
I do too. He knows the organization. He knows the team.
Number
Phil
folks,
Rivers is one of the most competitive quarterbacks I've ever seen.
you ain't lying. Number the Colts, folks. This week in Seattle. Next week, home for San Francisco. Home for Jacksonville at Houston. They lose today, the season's over.
And after the start they had too, that'd be sad.
It'll be a damn tragedy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, wow. Like you said, man, they go off to a 7-1 start, and now they're on the brink of oblivion. Who would have funked that?
Right.
Who would have funked it? I sure wouldn't have. Not me. I still can't believe that they're on the brink of not making the playoffs. It's shocking to me, man. It really is. I mean, I think Old Man Rivers is going to give you people a show today.
Yeah, I bet he will.
So stay tuned for that one, folks. That'll be a game I'll be keeping my eye on as the late games are today. But my focus will be Green Bay and Denver. And that boy likes Denver today. It's a coin flip. But if Parsons and that defense get the ball next Green Bay, is going to win that game. They're going to find a way to win. And I remember I predicted 2 years ago, I said in their third year together, they'll make a Super Bowl. Well, for me to look like a prophet from 2 years ago, folks, that defense has to be stellar. They got to just lay it on the line and try, like these people are making rap songs on Instagram about putting Jordan Love out today. Green Bay defense staying quiet. And both teams are treating this like a Super Bowl. And here's some of the experts who preview the Super Bowl. I think Denver can get there, especially if they end up being the 1 seed. They can get there, or the 2. Their defense travels. They're one of the teams. I remember I asked this question a couple of weeks ago, Dad. So here's the question to you: take out Kansas City. What team can go to New England and Foxborough and beat them? There's a couple of teams who are in this playoff right now.
They can go to Foxborough?
Yes.
Denver with that D can do it.
Definitely.
Um, it's hard coming up with anybody else. I would say the Chargers, but
No, I don't buy them. Tell you 2 other teams. You're not saying Buffalo because they know them. Houston, because to me, there's 2 juggernauts in the NFL right now, but the media is not talking about. One is Houston, the other is Seattle. And if Seattle beats the Rams this Thursday night, we're doing the game up here, folks. That'll be the next time you'll hear my voice after today. Will be Thursday night for that showdown. They beat the Rams, folks. You got to go up there. And I'll tell you one team, that franchise is licking their chops to get a piece at, who's in the playoffs right now. They would love nothing more to see Green Bay go up there. Seattle has a lot of enemies. Me and Itest was talking about this 2 weeks ago. Seattle has a lot of enemies in the A.F.C. But you have to go to their place. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. If they win Thursday night and get the 1 seed, I don't think anybody's going to go up there and beat them. Especially in inclement weather. Going to be tough, folks. This is why this NFL season is awesome. And this is the time of the year. What I tell you 3 years ago, Dad, remember I told you something about Thanksgiving. Remember what I told you? I think that boy forgot what I told him. What I said, folks, is the NFL doesn't really start until Thanksgiving weekend. And now look at the games you're getting now, the rest of the way. Next week, the rematch of the Bears and the Patriots, this time in Soldier Field. They expect a snowstorm in Chicago next Saturday night. How fun that's going to be. Next Sunday, Carolina hosting the Buccaneers for that division.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. Is Carolina
and Miami? They win tomorrow. You don't think that bandwagon's going to stack 70,000 white hankies for the Bengals next Sunday in Miami? All is well in Dolphin land right now, down in Miami, by the way. You know why? Because they know the quarterback is never going to win them anything. They've come to that conclusion. I'll say it again. Next quarterback they get is going to be a game manager. Why? so the fan base can stay quiet like they did in Seattle. But that young coach, Coach McDonald, told the fan base up there, it's going to be up to the defense to get you and win you a Super Bowl. It's not going to be Sam Darnold. He's not going to do it for you. Defense has to do it for you. What do you think young coach in Houston, D'Amico Ryans, have preached to his players? You see that locker room now? How confident they are, how invincible they think. And remember, Houston started off 0-3, folks. They didn't have their quarterback for 6 weeks. They got him now healthy. Laro's dream may come true. If I had to bet right now who is the favorite in the AFC, I'm going with Houston. The only problem I have with Houston is they don't run the football well. And when you have a Super Bowl caliber defense, which they do, which the Broncos do, you got to run the football well. And that's something New England has. They got 2 backs who can get it done. They have a quarterback that is, you can argue, was the steal of the draft, him and Bo Nix. What did I say? New England has a running game. Indianapolis, if Rivers gets them in, if they win today, Indy may get in, folks. They may go in through the back door, even though they got a treacherous last 3 games. But they have a man who played the position for 20 years, knows what he's doing, knows the scheme, played there his last year of his career. He was a coach. Lost a tough game to Josh Allen in Buffalo back in 2020. Look it up, kids. And I think Jacksonville, and I gave their coach Liam Cohn yesterday in straight football all the respect they deserve. And like I said yesterday, I'll say it again. When you play in Seattle, when you play in Jacksonville, there's no outside pressure on you because no one cares about you. That's why Seattle very quietly is 10-3, and the Jaguars now in first place in the South, and they have split with Houston. Tennessee, their last game of the year, they're not going to spit that up. The Colts, who never beats them, they go to Indianapolis week 17. We may have to do that game up here. We'll do the Jaguars next week in Denver. That'll be your 4:30 game on CBS.
And you said you like the Texans over the Jaguars?
Yeah. You know why I do? I trust D'Amico Ryans more than I do Liam Cohn. And I definitely trust C.J. Stroud over Sunshine.
Indeed.
Now, of the quarterbacks who are left in the AFC, as much as I cannot stand the team, but I love the player, you know damn well I will hitch my wagons on Aaron Rodgers. But I don't see Pittsburgh winning. I don't. Which is amazing.
Yeah, they.
AFC, look who you got, folks. Chargers, Broncos, Patriots, Bills, who are going to be the road team, and I don't see them winning 3 road games. I don't. Houston, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, and maybe the Colts coming around the outside. That's who you have, folks. And what do these other teams have in common other than the Buffalo Bills? They all have a defense that can win the AFC outright. Denver and Houston, their defenses are stout. They can carry those 2 franchises to a Super Bowl. New England got the quarterback and the running game to balance their defense out. What does Buffalo don't have? They don't have the receiver that's going to scare these teams. They don't have a defense that is going to intimidate these guys. That's why Buffalo right now is in a rock in a hard place. This is the one year where you think Buffalo will get a cakewalk. They're in a landmine right now. Like Kay Adams said, if their defense don't step up and New England wins the AFC, you have to question Josh Allen's heart. That was Kay Adams.
That's why it is incumbent on Buffalo to get it done. They got it. It's now. It's literally now or never for the Buffalo Bills.
And I've been saying this for the last 3 years. Do not listen to the national media, folks. The team that has to win it, if they get there, are the Buffalo Bills. Don't listen to that cowboy bullshit talk. Buffalo, if they get there, they have to beat the NFC, and that's not going to be easy. It's not.
The whole league.
Go ahead, that boy. Say what you
No, I
say.
was just gonna say the whole league is down this year. Especially the AFC.
No,
they got
I
to
think
do
the
it.
league is in a good place. I think what has happened that is if you can't get the franchise quarterback to beat Mahomes or Josh Allen, you get the defense that can.
Right.
And that's why I named these teams. Broncos, Chargers. But I put the Chargers at the bottom of these teams I'm listing. Colts, Houston, Jaguars, Steelers, Patriots. What they all have in common. Defense, running back, travels. I've been preaching that forever since I started doing this platform. Look what happened to Miami. Miami said, we couldn't win with Dan Marino. We damn sure can't win with this stiff of a quarterback. We're going back to our roots. Power football that was a dynasty in the early 70s. A dynasty I was proud to see. And now, Dad, you're going to love this when I'm about to come out of my mouth next. Now you got these Dolphin fans whining and crying. Take a guess why, Dad.
Because of Tua.
Exactly. They took the football out of his hands. And the dream and the bullshit that the Dolphin community was preaching about, they have a 45 touchdown quarterback. Bye-bye. Like I said, next quarterback they get is going to be a Bob Greasy prototype. Manage the game.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell you people this. And Tua would have been the perfect game manager. But no, this asshole coach comes in. The owner said you got to make him be a star. Yeah. 5 concussions, and a busted him. Yeah, you did a hell of a job with that boy. And guess what? Tua's giving the fans in Miami the double middle finger. You know why? He's getting, beginning this March 12th of 2026, guaranteed $170 million. Guaranteed, Dolphins fan. So you better tell the new GM to draft a power back to go along with Achan and Ali Gordon III. You better do that. If you're Miami, you're back on the right track. Keep it going. I'll be up here doing the game, pulling for you tomorrow. All the Tua fans, all the assholes in the Dolphin community who thought that this guy was elite, take your wounds and cry. He's not. You know I love doing those last 5 minutes.
Is Greasy's number retired?
Yes.
So 12 and 13 is retired.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I was saying, Buffalo knows what's ahead, and I don't see them doing it. It looks like they're going to play the Steelers. They may win that one. They're not winning in Denver. I can tell you that right now. You get Denver round 2, you're not beating Denver.
it's a full blown romance in Foxborough, man. This Drake May fever, man.
I know. You have fans, and we're talking, these are young kids, in their late teens, mid teens, who are saying Tom who up there.
Like for real. And
For
that's
real.
just ridiculous.
For real. I hate to say it for all you Patriot haters. Vrabel's going to win a couple of Super Bowls up there with this group. They're going to have the most Super Bowls in the NFL history.
In the shortest margin.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why. Cowboys, they don't got their act together. 49ers are on a time clock. Steelers on a time clock. What do that mean? There are teams right now that have to win now. New England has rebuilt their team. They're going to win more. Now, let's say Love gets to the Super Bowl this year. Let's say Green Bay gets in and wins. That will be the team to combat them because they're the youngest team in the league. And like I said, when they got Parsons, give Jordan Love a lot of credit. He's the one who recruited them. They're real tight. Love is even proving to Parsons. And where's eye test now? Where's old boy at now?
He'll be around today, I imagine.
I love you, Tess. I love you, man. Herbert, all I'm going to say for you Justin Herbert lovers, 1 touchdown, 8 picks in the playoffs. Don't do that 4 pick again when you're packing your bags on the road, Chargers. Don't do it. I'll be up here ready to roast. So, I'll be back in exactly 1 hour for the doubleheader. You ready, bro?
I am.
We could go get something to munch or bring something with you to munch. I'm going to be up here for at least 7 hours straight, beginning at 12:55 Eastern. I'll be back, folks. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Melina, Kano Gawad, thank you. We'll see you, Iman, this great young man, that boy. We'll see you in exactly an hour. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate you, brother. See you in an hour.